Welcome back, everybody. My name is CringeyJesse, and this is Formula One Manager 23, round 15 here at Monza in Italy. At the end of the last video, I would like to point this out real quick. We was 10 million in debt. But as I do before every video begins, I move up to right before the race weekend, which today is Friday, September 1st. Not only in real life, but in the game. I'm recording this on Friday, September the 1st, 100%, and you will most likely see this on Sunday, September the 3rd, if everything goes according to plan. Because Friday, September the 1st, you should see Belgium. And then Saturday, September the 2nd, you should have seen Zandvoort. And now, September the 3rd, we have caught up to the real life schedule, and then we will get ahead. We should be in season 2, I would say, if everything goes according to plan, at least before September 22nd, the Japanese. But I'm not going to go that far ahead. I was only really planning, because I did all 3 of these races, these videos on September the 1st. I did Belgium, Zandvoort, and this one, because I'm recording ahead. That is the whole point. I want to record ahead. And anyway, on today. And the only reason I'm even continuing to go is because of our debt. I want to see how we get out of debt. We was 10 million in debt, now we're 4 million in debt, and literally the only thing I did was sim forward. So I think on the first of each month, we are getting some kind of money in that is helping go towards our debt. I think that's what's happening. And if everything goes according to the plan here, for real, I have not been spending money. I've been doing everything I can to not spend money. So we will see us out of debt probably by the 18th. I don't know by how much out of debt we will be, but by the 18th we will be out of debt. And if I can continue to spend no money, which won't happen, because I already have to. We showed this at the end of the last video. For car 1, we're getting very low on the gearbox. For car 2, we're getting low not only on the gearbox, but also the engine. And gearboxes are $1 million, so that's 2 million right there. And then engines are 5 million. 5 million. So that is 7 million right there. Let's go back and look at car 1. Where is his engine? So we're going to need more by the end of the season. However, I'm hoping we can get them after we get out of debt. Because then if we can get out of debt, we can do other things like buy more of the best underfloor that we have. Buy more of the best front wing. Is it not the front wing? Is it the rear wing? Buy more of the best rear wing that we have. Anyway. That is the goal for now. But yes, we are here at Italy, at Monza, and I will see you guys at qualifying.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
There are 3 periods of qualifying ahead of the drivers now. Remember, only the fastest 10 will make it through to Q3 for a shot at pole position.
So as we head into this qualifying session, Karun, how do you think Lando's going to be feeling?
We saw some disappointing lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
So get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be quite the ride.
Here we are at Q1, my bad. Q1, and I want to show y'all some things that I guess I can't show you here. I'm about to show you once they get on le track. So I'm gonna go ahead and send out Kevin Magnussen, and I'm gonna send out Nico Hulkenberg as we start our Q1. And I'm going to be honest, I don't expect to get out of Q1 here at Monza. We are going into qualifying and into the race with some not good parts. We are going in with worn engines. We are going in with Yeah, see, 48% worn. The gearbox hasn't done anything yet, so I guess that can last longer. But worn engine for Hulkenberg and a worn engine for Hulkenberg. Okay, that's Magnussen. I'm so sorry. Hulkenberg has a worn engine and a worn gearbox. So this will be interesting. But like I said, I don't expect them to get out of Q1. But let's find out if they do. All right, here we have Kevin Magnussen coming up to the line and Nico Hulkenberg coming up to the line. Unfortunately, however, I do see some traffic ahead of us that might slow us down. One being an AlphaTauri. He might not slow us down, but that Williams of Alexander Albon, he might if he doesn't get out of the way. If we come up to a part where he can't get out of the way, the AlphaTauri, never mind, I'm colorblind. The AlphaTauri does get out of the way, so that's good. And then there's Charles Leclerc out there. Who else is out there? Alonso. Alonso is way out there. Is that him expected to get P20? There's no way. There's no way. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's just a random order that they have. All right, so Madison comes across with a 121.5, and Hulkenberg is going to come across with a 122. My math isn't that great. 0.0. All right, here we are. Q1, less than 3 minutes to go. Hulkenberg once again in the danger zone. Can he get out of it? There's only one way to find out. I'm on the wrong setting there. So we're going to go ahead and send out Hulkenberg first because he is the one that needs to get out of the danger zone. But we're also going to send out Kevin Magnussen because he needs to get away from the danger zone. He is very close to that danger zone, and there's a lot of cars coming out together. So maybe, just maybe, there will be some slipstreams as Lando Norris, he's doing worse. He's actually doing worse than Hulkenberg. So that's always a good thing to see, in my book, at least. So yes, there looks like there is some traffic, but these cars look like they're going slow, so maybe they will come in first. Unless those are the same exact cars that came out of the pit lane with us. I don't know. Right, here comes Nico Hulkenberg to start his last lap of qualifying. 30 seconds left to go, and it looks like he's going to have a good slipstream off of that Alpine. Let's go check in on Magnussen. Magnussen all by himself. There is no slipstream, so he's just going to have to do it. He's going to have to do it. Coming to the end of Sector 1, it is a green sector. Oh my Jesus. Green Sector 1 for Nico Hulkenberg, and it's a yellow Sector 1 for Kevin Magnussen. So whoever wins, basically, one of our guys, unless Lando Norris outplays Kevin Magnussen. Yellow Sector 2 for Nico Hulkenberg. Yellow Sector 1, 2 for Kevin Magnussen. We're just gonna call him in because he's not gonna improve. Here he comes, no improvement, even though he was improving over his last time, better than Magnussen. No improvement for Hulkenberg. So it's Oscar Piastri, Hulkenberg, Norris, Zhou Guanyu, and Bottas out Q1. Here we are in Q2 with Kevin Magnussen. I definitely did not see this coming at all. So we're going to go ahead and send him out. Like I said, I don't see him getting past Q2. I didn't see him getting into Q2, but I definitely don't see him getting out of Q2. Let's go ahead and speed up to that lap time. And here comes Kevin Magnussen to start his lap. He's going to get all purple sectors throughout this lap because he is the only one out on the... Well, he's not the only one out on the track, but he's the first one to start a lap. As we come up to an AlphaTauri, we're going to get by him with ease. Thankfully, he did get out of the way. Purple Sector 1, but that does not mean a whole lot at the moment. There are people behind us who I believe are starting their lap as well. So someone behind us should be going faster than us, and they are, with a Purple Sector 2, a Green Sector 1. I can't get a yellow or a red. I don't know if reds exist, but I read somewhere about red sector times. As a matter of fact, I get red sector times in Formula 123. Coming across the line with a 121.8, I do believe that was better than his Q1 lap. But it is a 121.8. That is the time to beat. Someone behind us is beating that lap. But we're going to go ahead and skip to the very end of Q2. Yeah. Here we are in Q2 with less than 3 minutes to go. We actually want to get behind that Ferrari, but I think I saw it a little late. But we're going to try to get behind that Ferrari. We're going out on fresh tires because I don't see us getting out of Q2. Both of the Williams are looking to get out of Q2. Right now it's a 5 constructor top 10 with Williams replacing Mercedes. Um, oh, that is interesting. Am I? Oh, I guess because it's not an even number, I'm the one odd car out there. Anyway. And here we go with Kevin Magnussen as he looks to improve his lap time and get out of the bottom 5 and up into the top 10, where Alexander Albon is in danger of being put down into the danger zone of being eliminated. As we come across, we do improve sector 1. We had to get around a car. I couldn't tell you which car it was. I want to say it was a Ferrari, maybe an Aston Martin. We do improve sector 2, so we are going to have a better time. Sonoda's not going to get out of the bottom 5, but we still have a chance of getting out of the bottom 5 as we come around the last hairbend here, and we're putting the metal to the floor. We're going to improve, but not enough to get out of the bottom 5. Speaking of people trying to improve out of the bottom 5, stop hitting that button. Here comes George Russell. He's going to cross the line before Lewis Hamilton. He improves up to P11. And Hamilton, oh, where did he go? Hamilton went somewhere. He went all the way up to P5. Hamilton up to P5. Here comes Sergio Perez. He's going to go up to P2. And you're eliminated out of Q2. Sargent, Russell, Sonoda, Magnussen, and De Vries.
The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Monza has seen some incredible moments in the past. Pierre Gasly's unexpected 2020 victory reminded us of how wonderfully unpredictable this sport can be.
Haroon, what do you think of Nico Hülkenberg, his chances, and his form of late?
You know, it's not going well for them at the moment. They haven't been able to put everything together, and it's going to be a lot of work to get back to where they need to be.
Well, one thing we do know, this race is going to be fast, and Monza is ready for it. All 10 teams are now getting set up as the drivers prepare to face the 53 laps of the Italian Grand Prix. Logan Sargent, definitely one to keep an eye on today.
Starting P10 puts them in the right place to get some points, but there's still a lot to do.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
And yeah, so we are starting out with damaged parts for both of my drivers, P13, P14. Hülkenberg makes the move on Nick De Vries down into turn 1. Is there any wreckage up here like there was in Monaco? Does not look like it. Hülkenberg making the move on Kevin Magnussen. They're still side by side though, kind of sort of. It is Hülkenberg with the front wing advantage right now. But they are still somewhat side by side, holding Nick De Vries behind. There is a yellow flag. Not exactly sure where it is. It is a competitor up ahead. It was Alexander Albon, who is now at the back of the pack, moving Hülkenberg up to P12, Magnussen up to P13 here on lap 1 going through this track. It is, I believe, Yuki Tsunoda up there, P11, P10, Logan Sargent. Ultimately, I feel like we should be better than the AlphaTauris and the Williams, but because of our debt, there's a lot of things that we cannot do as we are over the halfway mark of this season. Looking forward to 2024 season right around the corner. As a matter of fact, I think we only have 12 more weeks of racing, but we are a lot faster. I agree. I do feel like we are faster. After lap 1, we're going to go ahead and turn this on for both of my guys. We are at peak confidence with Hülkenberg and medium confidence with Kevin Magnussen. Now that it's the end of lap 1, we're going to look at our strategies. It is basically literally the same for both of my drivers. It's softs, mediums, softs for Kevin Magnussen, softs, mediums, softs for Hulkenberg. I did not have one come in earlier than the other because here the past couple weeks they've been so spread apart that that's just what happens. Zhou Guanyu, who usually sits at home in P20 looking to get around Kevin Magnussen, and Kevin Magnussen not letting it happen as they are still side by side. Coming up to another turn, Kevin Magnussen will have the insides on all of these turns. However, we're not going to use ERS just yet because we have DRS coming up, and we'll be able to use that later. Is that Norris now looking on the inside of Kevin Magnussen? But he is not going to get it there, but still side by side. But Magnussen will have the inside turn coming up at the end of the lap, and Lando Norris backs out. RS and into the pit lane goes Nico Hulkenberg as we look at the pit options for Kevin Magnussen. We're going to send him in next. I don't see anybody else going for any kind of pit stops. I don't see anybody else going for pit stops here at the moment. We got some hards, some mediums, and they're down in the 40s, so I'm sure they will go in at any moment now, as we do have, sorry if you heard that, there was a big old spider crawling down my wall for whatever reason, so I had to slap the crap out of that one. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to have to. Tsunoda's going in. Magnussen's going in. Let's watch Magnussen. Magnussen has had bad luck in the pit lane as of late, so we're going to hope that he doesn't here. It looks like everything is fine. 4.3. There was a stop issue.
What exactly happened there, Karun?
The Haas pit crew are all ready. Oh, but there's an issue with the front left.
Okay, so there was an issue with the front left, and it just didn't look like an issue with the front left because we had it in the speed up zone. So Magnussen will have the unfortunate downfall of being left behind, and at least I'm always hoping for points every single weekend. I won't lie about that one, but as we go all the way up to P14, as we pass Norris and Bottas both in the pit lane, we're going to go look at Magnussen, who did not get past Lando Norris, but fortunately is very close. He might even be in that DRS range. Norris having to warm up his tires as well won't have the best outcome coming out of the turns, so we are going to get closer and closer as we are going to go ahead and pop that ERS with that DRS and try to get around him up here. Lando Norris weaving on the track though. FIA, are you paying attention at all? Probably not. Side by side, kind of, sort of. We're going to have the DRS coming around the front straight. So we're going to go ahead and pop that DRS one more time, that ERS, not that DRS. And we're going to look for that outside turn coming down into turn 1, which will give us the inside on turn 2. And there it is. Back in front of Lando Norris goes Kevin Magnussen up into P16. All right, my game didn't slow down this time. It just didn't tell me at all. But I realized we're on lap 43, 10 laps to go. And they never started their second pit. I guess because I was so distracted by Hulkenberg and Norris fighting this entire time. So we're going to send Kevin Magnussen into the pit lane on one lap. We're going to send our friend Nico Hulkenberg into the pit lane on the second lap. And now, honestly, that might have just ruined their race, honestly. I think 2 weeks in a row, I've had not the greatest strategy, as it was last week at Zandvoort, where I thought the hards onto the intermediates would be the best call, but it turned out not doing anything good for us. And this time, I don't know. They normally stop you right when it's the optimal optimal pit stop lane time, especially when you have it set. But they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Hulkenberg had pit stop issues. That's going to be a 12.5. Jesus, man. That's wild, bro. So that's 2 weeks in a row where my strategy just did not work out. I just assumed everybody would be on a two-stop strategy. Um, because when I looked at my one-stop strategies, it was not the right call. And it's Kevin Magnussen. I was about to slow him down and everything, but Kevin Magnussen is out in the wall. He has crashed. DRS is enabled. He is going to have to retire his car. Not exactly sure what happened there. So let's go ahead and watch that. Let's take a
As they
look.
get through the Variante della Roggia and ends up making contact with the barrier.
And there's a red flag with literally like 3 laps to go. If anything, I'm not exactly sure what happened. What happened? They were like overthinking it. One was a back marker. He was supposed to get out of the way, and exactly he did the opposite as he runs in 3-lap race. It is a 3-lap race to the finish, which unfortunately no DRS. We are pushing all the way except with ERS just yet. We are in the back of the pack though with Guan Yu Zhou and Valtteri Bottas back here with us. That's at least 2 cars we could pass, and it looks like a whole bunch of stoppage for no reason. We're going to get by Zhou Guan Yu. Valtteri Bottas is going to make the moves all the way to P12. There's a lot of glitching through cars, and there's a lot of space now, which is very, very unfortunate for us, really. I don't know how we got 7 kilograms of extra gas, so that's going to weigh our car down. I don't know where everybody else is sitting, but holy cow, dude, it's a 3-lap race. We're going to go ahead and speed this up because lap times do take forever. And then we might be stuck P16. I don't know, but we're looking for the inside right here, and it's over and inside. We go past Nick DeVries up into P15 for Nico Hulkenberg, which is more than what I could be happy for. But here comes the race leaders. It is Max Verstappen. He's going to win your Italian Monza Grand Prix. Perez, Leclerc, Alonso, Russell, Hamilton. Oh, Jesus. They're all coming in. I forgot how close together they were. Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon, Lance Stroll getting the top 10. Lando Norris, 11th. Bottas all the way up in P12. Sargent, Albon, Hulkenberg, DeVries, and Zhou Guan Yu. That is your finishing lineup.
Not going to be happy with how things unfolded today.
That'll be quite a blow having to cut their race short, but they'll be doing everything they can to come back stronger.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
That's their 9th win of the season. I expect them to be showered with plaudits and more.
And that, right there, is a picture-perfect end to this weekend in Monza. Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's results?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And with that, our time in Italy is done for another year.
Meet us next at the Marina Bay Circuit for a breathtaking race through the streets of Singapore.
I hope my pit crew was celebrated because we got out of debt, but we will find out by the end of the video. However, we'll probably put right back into debt because of engine wears, and now we have to replace parts for Kevin Magnussen, who wrecked out. Anyway, Max Verstappen getting pole, Sergio Perez P2. So Red Bull 1-2 once again, and the 9th win for Max Verstappen this season. Charles Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda, AlphaTauri up in the top 10, Esteban Ocon, and Lance Stroll making the top 10. Then you have Lando Norris, Valtteri Bottas, Logan Sargent, Alexander Albon, Nico Hulkenberg, 15 or higher, that is the goal. Nick DeVries, Zhou Guan Yu, Carlos Sainz DNF'd at the end there because he was trying to get around a back marker of Oscar Piastri, who just doesn't know how to get out of the way apparently. And then Kevin Magnussen. Damn. That's Kevin Magnussen's first and only DNF of the season. We have over here at the drivers, Max Verstappen extending his lead once again. Carlos Sainz was trying to make it closer, but he is still under 100 points behind him. Then we have Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell moving up to P7, Lance Stroll dropping down to P8, Pierre Gasly taking another spot away from Esteban Ocon, his teammate, but moving up to P9. Esteban Ocon drops down to P10. Kevin Magnussen still P11. And then it's Yuki Tsunoda, who just got 4 points today, so he's closing that gap. He's now 9 points behind us. Nick DeVries, Logan Sargent, Valtteri Bottas, Nico Hulkenberg down into P16. 15 or higher is the goal, so Nico, we need you to do something. And I know, it's my fault because I have yet to get out of debt to help the cars. Anyway, like I was saying, so he's had 3 DNFs. And he's had 1. So 4 DNFs for my team this season. Alexander Albon in the Williams with 3 points. Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri at the top of the 0-point order list. And then Zhou Guanyu, P20. Looking at the constructors, we have Red Bull still on top and probably going to stay on top. Ferrari in second. Aston Martin in third. Mercedes, Alpine, Haas still losing out to Alpine. But now AlphaTauri making moves because they're only 6 points behind us in the Constructors' Championship. Then we got Williams down in P8, Alfa Romeo P9, and then with 2 points, McLaren finishing it out in P10. Alright, that was your Italian Monza Grand Prix, and no, that was not enough to get us out of debt as we look all the way over here. I don't know why I gotta do that. I can't highlight it. We are still $2 million in debt. So we were 4, now we're 2. 2.1 million in debt, basically 2.2 million in debt if you round up. So yeah, so after the next race, Singapore, round 16, maybe we'll be just out of debt. Who knows? Looking at the cars real quick, we have missing parts. We're going to go ahead and swap out. We're going to install. There we go. So we got 2 more parts left there. Swap out. And that's a downgrade. It is a downgrade, but install. We've got 3 parts left there. Missing, swap out. Install on both. That is another downgrade. But we don't have to spend money on car parts. Inspections failed. The underfloor. Insufficient car parts to replace. So we're going to swap out and we're going to downgrade. Perfect. Perfect. We're going to downgrade. Yes. Over here, 35% engine, 25% gearbox. We should probably switch those out. Powertrain, gearbox. We have to switch his out. We got to save money. We got to save money. So that's what we're going to do right there. We're saving money. We're ruining our chances at points, but we are saving money. We're going to go over here. 25, 35. We're saving money. We're saving money. That is all there is to it. Inspection results. Formula 3 championship results. Paul Aaron has won the Formula 3 championship race. Let's see where our new reserve driver stands, and she is all the way down in P27, but it's not last place. It's P27. It's a lucky number if you ask me. Deepest regrets. The board lost all confidence in your abilities as team principal. If you, ergo, the team, do not improve by the end of the season, then we have to make the decision of letting you go. I believe that you can make the adequate changes. We're almost out of debt. We are almost out of debt. We are. Maybe after the end of the next video, we will be out of debt. But their cars have to survive through practice and through qualifying and through the race, because I'd rather get out of debt before we start making pushes for new parts, because parts are expensive. They're very expensive. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. If you can't wait for the next video, hit that subscribe button. Both of those buttons do nothing but help my confidence in making these videos, which I'm having a lot of fun doing, especially as we battle that debt. We will be out of debt before the end of the season, and hopefully we will stay out of debt by the end of the season. Singapore is up next. I can't wait for Singapore because it does have a new layout. I have seen it, but I haven't seen it been raced on, and we will see that coming up next, basically. Thank you for watching. I already said that. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful life, but goodbye.